This week, on days of our Pirates, the Pirates look to avoid losing a fifth game in a row and the third game in a row against the Braves as they play the Atlanta Braves in Atlanta and go up against the former Pirate, Charlie Morton, who is pitching for the Braves today. And Marcano is on the top of the lineup and he strikes out. And the Pirates really need this win to make sure that this streak of losing does not hit an excessive level to the point where it becomes notable and not something that is kind of just part of the game of baseball naturally, as this one is crushed by Bryan Reynolds, and this one is absolutely gone without a doubt. That's a solo home run for Bryan Reynolds, who is trying to increase his production to make his numbers look more like they should, especially towards the All-Star break, trying to get back there for a second year in a row. As Reynolds hits the solo homer 402 feet off the bat to give the Pirates a 1-0 lead. As you see here again, 96-mile-per-hour ball right there. That one just crushed by Reynolds, no doubt about it. Here's the DH, Daniel Vogelbach, 6 feet tall, 270 pounds, and this one is crushed, and it is gone. He may swing and miss on 3 pitches sometimes, but he's good for a home run on other times, as this one is gone, and it's going to be another solo home run for the Pirates. Great start for them today here at the top of the inning, as Vogelbach goes into the dugout, and I bet you he's going to get some bubble gum, and he's going to chew it happily, as look at that absolute shot by Daniel Vogelbach. But like I was saying, this Pirates team really needs to get this win today for momentum. Now what a great catch there by Jack Suwinski. And Zach Thompson is at the mound today. But anyways, like I was saying, the Pirates really need this win to make it look like this 4-game losing streak is nothing more than just part of the game of baseball. Everyone goes on losing streaks that are longer than 1 or 2 games. But once you get to 5 or 6, it starts to become a trend that just shows that your team is not playing great baseball and that it might continue for a ways to come, as this one is hit hard and it's going to be gone. That one is gone. Ronald Acuna Jr. with the home run, as he makes this a 2-1 affair, still in favor of the Pirates. Again here, Zach Thompson pitches it, and Ronald Acuna, adopting the LeBron James celebration tactic, is going to have another chance to celebrate it here, as this one goes into the stands. This one again, it's hit hard, and that one absolutely not a single soul in America or even the world has doubted that ball was gone from the second that it made contact with the bat of Austin Riley, and that one is gone. Jack Suwinski is struck out. He leads National League rookies in home runs, and I really think he has a promising future in not just the MLB, but in this franchise. And again, you just see there, Morton just barely getting that strikeout, almost was able to make contact of it. And Cal Mitchell is struck out. Again, a replay, very nice pitch by Morton. And here's Tyler Heineman, as that one is just going to be caught and pretty easily out, and that is going to end this inning. As we go to the top of the third, Bryan Reynolds strikes out. So we hit a home run last time, not able to do anything this time, aside from obviously what you just saw on your screen, and that was striking out. Here's Ke'Bryan Hayes, one of the more consistent members of this team, even during losing skids, and he is struck out. And that's going to take us to the next inning, top of the fourth. Vogelbach hit a solo home run last time. What can he do this time? Daniel Vogelbach strikes out just like Bryan Reynolds. And unfortunately for the Pirates, their pitching these past few games have actually been pretty solid. They've given up less than 5 runs every single game except for the first game against the Tigers. But it's their offensive production that has failed them. 2 games in a row, the last game against the Tigers and the first against the Braves, the Pirates lost 3-1. And in both of those cases, the only run for the Pirates was a home run off of the bat of Jack Suwinski, obviously making it a solo homer. As you see here, that's just an error by Diego Castillo. And that one's hit, and it's going to be into the glove, and that is going to be out. Michael Chavez, pretty solid play there by the infielders as he strikes out. And Morton, again, he really just trying to keep up his Pretty solid game. I mean, not terrible, nothing terrible. Pretty solid. As Reynolds, this one's hit. And this one is going to be, it's going to be more than a single. It gets past the outfielder. That's going to drive in a run for the Pirates, making it a 3-2 game in favor of Pittsburgh. And like I said, this is a huge game for the Pirates because, especially in a team that's beginning their rebuild, truly beginning their rebuild in the stage where they're starting to get better, losing 5 games in a row is much different than losing 4, because losing 4, that's going to happen. That is the reality. As that one is hit by Hayes for a double. As you see here again, there's Vogel back up, and he strikes out. So the Pirates cannot get any more runs out of this inning, and they leave it up 4-2 as we're going to the bottom of the 7th. Can the Pirates keep the lead? And this one is hit pretty hard. It's going to drop. It's going to stay in the park. Pretty friendly bounce to Reynolds as he's looking to go to second base, and he does. Also, I'd like to point out that Underwood Jr. is now pitching instead of Zach Thompson, and he's going to walk another man. And Acuna. It's going to pass. It's going to pass, and that's going to drive in a run. Reynolds is going to throw it to the plate, and he's going to throw it to second, but that's going to be an RBI single. And Acuna gets hit by the pitch. My bad, that was not Ronald Acuna Jr. beforehand. And all Shelton can do is watch as Stratton's in the game now, and that one is going to drop. Very, very nice and clutch hit. That's going to be driving in some runs here, and it's going to drive in 2, and it's going to drive in 3 runs for the Atlanta Braves, as they take a 5-4 lead. The dugout's going crazy, and there's still many men on base. 6-4. That one's launched by Albies, and you can kiss it goodbye. Of grand slam. The crowd is going nuts, and the Pirates have given up a 8-run 7th inning. The thing that really has epitomized this team. I never necessarily thought that we were over with these losing streaks, but there was a much better chance that we'd see less of them, and they wouldn't be very long with this team, because this is the longest losing streak of this season. And if the Pirates can't start hitting better, this was their best game that they've hit so far in the series. If they cannot hit at a decent level, even with the type of pitching that they have, they're not going to be able to get the job done. And this Pirates team, you want to see improvement, and overall, I still like the organizational direction. But these type of things, they're still something that sets you back to reality, as that is going to end the game, and the Braves win 10-4. So the Pirates, hopefully they're able to take the last game against the Braves to avoid the sweep. If I'm being honest, I don't think that will happen. But the Pirates, they need to start getting back on their game. They don't have to be the type of team that's going to go to LA and sweep the Dodgers, but they do have to be better than what we've seen them display. And they are better than what we've seen them display as of the past 5, hopefully not 6, but probably 6 games. So, like I said, I never necessarily thought these streaks would be over, but the fact that it happened so quickly, yet again, it's another one of those organizational trends that even though we're trending in the right direction and we still have a ton of promising players, some of which aren't even in the major leagues right now, we still find ourselves responding with losing streaks immediately after winning streaks. And I feel like that's a bit of a cultural issue, because this has been happening even during the days of shortly after, when we were making the playoffs and we still had a very solid team with McCutchen, Marte, Polanco, Cervelli, etc. We would follow up winning streaks and a lot of momentum with losing streaks, and just a lack of enthusiasm in the locker room, which is what I can see right now. But just like the Pirates, always finding a way to make things confusing and never really truly going away from their roots, so are the days of our Pirates.